based on, I'm doing a live in a high crime area. This is called Covington, New Jersey. And my live is going to be based on getting U.S. benefits, immigration benefits based on crime victim or being an abuse victim. So I think this is a nice setting to do so because a lot of immigrants are located in these types of areas. So I want to inform you guys that you can get a green card and other immigration benefits if you are a victim of abuse, if you're a big victim of a crime, certain types of crime, a qualifying crime, and whether you're married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder or not. And also, if you are married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder, you're also entitled to get a VERA green card. So that's a VERA green card, a VAWA. That's the acronym for Violence Against Women Act. It applies to men also, but it's named after women, a Violence Against Women Act. But men can also get it, and parents of U.S. Citizen also can get the same benefits too. So today the topic is about getting a green card for people who are victims to certain types of qualifying crimes. So the first thing is, let's talk about the U visa. The U visa gives you a green card. Sorry, it gives you a visa first, and then after having it for about 4 years, you then may be able to get a green card. You're most likely going to get the green card based on having the U visa. The U visa requires a few things. One, that you are a victim of a certain type of crime. It's called qualifying crimes. The qualifying crimes, I'm going from memory, includes domestic abuse. You're in a domestic relationship and you are abused. That's one of the crimes that or the abuse that qualifies you. Another is rape, robbery, assault, felonious assault, kidnapping, what's that? Trafficking, human trafficking, terrorism, other types of vicious types of crimes. Vicious crimes, kidnapping, criminal restraint, like choking somebody, those types of crimes. If you're a victim to those types of crimes, you're actually entitled to, you actually meet one of the requirements for the U visa, the U crime victim visa. The other element is the police department. You have to report the crime. You have to report the crime, and you then have to cooperate with the police. So then when you do so, the police is going to sign a document called I-918, which is the certification from the police stating that you in fact assist with you cooperated with the police, and you obviously made the report, and then it's going to also have the type of crime in which they were investigating. That will help you to show that you meet one of the qualifying crimes. But it's not just that will help you meet the qualifying crimes. Your facts, you're going to write a letter, or your attorney or your advocate is going to explain what happened to you. And within there, you may be able to say and show that you're a victim to other qualifying crimes from the same incident, even though the police was only investigating for, let's say, the police was investigating for assault or investigating for kidnapping, but it was also an attempted rape. But on the document, it will only say kidnapping because the police may look at that more seriously and just put that on there. But the facts, when you argue the facts of what actually happened to you, it may show that you were also a victim of attempted rape. So that's the other element for the U visa, the crime victim visa. And there's no statute of limitation on it to apply for it. So that's one of the ways to get a crime victim visa from the US. The crime victim visa, after having it for 4 years, you then qualify to apply for a green card after having it for 4 years. Typically, you will be getting the approval from it, because as long as you're not a threat to national security, to public safety, and all that stuff. So that's the U visa. The T visa is the same, or the U visa allows you to work and live here. So you're working and you're living, and then after 4 years you get a green card, and then after having your green card for the appropriate amount of time, then you can apply for citizenship of the US. So that's one way of getting benefits, immigration benefits from the US. The next one is the T visa. The T visa is similar to the U visa, except the T visa is about trafficking, basically. So if you were a victim of human trafficking, especially for prostitution and so forth, then you may be able to apply for this benefit as a victim of trafficking. So the same explanation, the same things as the U visa. And these things too are very beneficial, because let's say you're in deportation. If you're in deportation in the US, this can actually help you come out of deportation. Even if you're back or you were already deported, this can help you to get back to the US. So that's how important these types of visas and immigration benefits are, because they can stop removal proceedings, they can stop deportation, and even after deportation, they could allow you to return back to the US, basically. So I want to express these things to you, the U visa and the T visa, and after having them for a certain amount of time, they qualify you to get a green card from the US, the green card from the US, basically. And then from there, and these benefits, even the U and the U visa, the T visa, you don't have to be married to a US citizen or green card holder to get it. Just like the VERA, for instance, the Violence Against Women Act, the I-360 petition, that is if you're married to a green card holder or a citizen. So if you're married to a green card holder or a citizen, then basically you can apply, but you have to meet 7 elements for a green card based on abuse if you were married to a US citizen or a green card holder. 1, you have to prove that the person you're married to is a green card holder or a citizen of the United States. 2, you have to prove that you have lived with the person during that time, and you have lived with the person basically. And 3, you have to prove that you have a good moral character. Good moral character, which is you're not a threat to public safety, you're not a threat to national security. So you have to prove that. You also have to prove that you married the person for love. Did you marry them for love? Some of the ways that you prove that is, you express how you feel about the person. You express the time you spend with the person, the things you do and you guys do together with the person. The other thing, you prove that the marriage is a legal marriage. So you would actually have to get a marriage certificate submitted as evidence that you married a person in good faith. You married them for love and not for green card, basically. So those are some of the elements that you prove a VERA green card. The person must be a U.S. citizen, a green card holder, and so forth. Green card holder, U.S. citizen. That's how you prove VERA. Let me see if I missed any, because I said 7. You have a good moral character. The marriage is a legal marriage. You married a person for love. You have lived with the person, and the person abused you, basically. I'm doing a live stream right now. Doing a live stream. Yeah. So if you can prove those things, you're entitled to a green card based on abuse. So again, you married a person for love. The marriage is a legitimate marriage. You were abused by the person. You lived with the person. You have a good moral character. You were not a threat to the public and national security, and it is in the interest, best interest of the government to grant you the green card for you to stay here and live. So that's the Vera green card, based on marrying a U.S. citizen and a green card holder based on abuse. That one requires marriage. The T and the U visa, same facts. It doesn't require marriage in terms of domestic relationship. You have a boyfriend, and let's use the woman this time. You're a man and you're here illegally, and you have a girlfriend. You're living with her, and she will beat you. She put her cigarette on your hand. She slap you. I'm going to use example from cases I've had. She rip your expensive metal chain off your body, ripped it off, and then beat you with that metal chain. Those type of things. But you're not married to this lady. This still qualifies you for a U visa that will give you a green card, even though you don't qualify for a Vera green card, because you were not married to the person that you're in a relationship to at the time. So that's the T visa, the U visa, and the Vera, all of which gives you a green card after a certain amount of time. The Vera gives you a green card immediately and on approval. The T and the U visa gives you work authorization to stay in America and work. And then after about 4 years, you then apply for a green card. And you're most likely going to get it, as long as you're not a threat to the government, terrorism, and public safety. So those are the 3 visa based on abuse. But there's other benefits that you could get. You could get humanitarian deferred action. Humanitarian deferred action is that they're putting you as a low priority for deportation. So when they do so, they give you work authorization. So you can, typically it's submitted using a letter that you drafted, or your advocate, representative, or representation draft for you or yourself. And then the form that may go with that is an I-765 and an I-131, which gives you work authorization and also gives you travel document, the ability to travel, if your humanitarian deferred action is approved. So it's discretionary, basically. It's discretionary, so it's based on those discretionary facts, those circumstances that I described. You've been here for so many years. You've been in this abusive relationship, and this person, abused you in significant ways, horrible ways. Basically, you have, like witnesses of this. Maybe you didn't file any police report, so you can't get the U visa because you didn't file the police report. However, you can prove that all these things did in fact occur, but you just did not file any police report. You can still file a police report, but some states may have a statute of limitation on when you can file a police report, but they can't do anything about it because the statute of limitation for punishment for committing the crime has already passed. So you can then do a humanitarian deferred action, which doesn't necessarily require or demand for the police report, as long as you can still prove that what you're saying did occur. And then there's the humanitarian parole, where you want to travel outside. You're here and you want to travel outside the U.S. You can use that as a way to get a humanitarian parole when you're in, and you can also get a humanitarian parole when you're out. So let's say you're outside the U.S., you got this beaten from this spouse or this relationship you were in, or any crime, any horrific, even a car accident, any significant, ground, anything that happened to you. So now you need to come back to the U.S. because you're outside. You can apply for humanitarian parole into the country based on those facts, basically, to allow you to get an approval to enter back into the U.S. under humanitarian parole, basically. So those are other benefits that are available for victims of of crimes, victims of abuse, victims of any type of extreme hardship, difficulty, extreme and unique. It typically, if it's a broad situation that affects everybody else, then no, because it's affected many people, you and many people in the world. But it has to be a unique situation, unique to you, to generally justify that. And then the TPS, the temporary protective service, protective status, is basically for any person that from a country, and that country is, maybe have a turmoil or a war or something like that. So they have a temporary protective status for people from, let's say, Ukraine right now. Ukraine will be getting, or already had, a temporary protective status. Haiti have temporary protective status. Places like those. I'm sure there's other countries. Sudan, I think. I just got a message from the Department of Homeland Security. Sudan have temporary protective status, which is it's like a deferred action, to be honest with you. Allows you to stay here, allows you to work. A lot of these benefits, it's best to not leave the country, because if you leave, you're basically saying, hey, there's other places that is available for me to stay. So, hey, the U.S. government don't need to protect me or give me these benefits. So some of them, I wouldn't advise you to get a travel document, even though you may qualify for one, because it may work against you, and others, it may not have no impact in that way. I would say a VERA or a U visa or a T visa, if you get travel documents with it, I would say it doesn't have any impact in that sense. But if you're applying for asylum, for instance, then I would say, I don't want you to travel, because if you're traveling, it's like, hey, you have other options, other places that you can go to. So America doesn't really need to give you asylum protection, basically. Yeah. So that's, I just saw it says bro has a Fortnite accent. So yeah, that's how it is for these types of crime victim benefits here. That's available over here. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions? Let me know what questions you have, and I may be able to answer them pertaining to U.S. Visa and U.S. Green card and so forth. U.S. Green card and U.S. Visa and U.S. benefits based on abuse, if you're abused, or if you're a victim to certain types of qualifying crimes, or if you are being abused in a marital relationship with a U.S. husband, a U.S. citizen husband, or a green card lawful permanent resident husband or wife, and U.S. citizen husband or wife. These are some of the benefits available to you at this time. If you are a victim of abuse, or a victim of terrorism, or a victim of qualifying criminal acts. These are benefits available to you at this time that you could possibly have and use. Yeah. So, questions? I'm waiting for your questions. You can ask questions, and I will answer your questions for you, basically. Yeah. Any questions that you have pertaining to U.S. immigration, you can ask them right now, and I'll answer them live for you. Any questions pertaining to U.S. immigration benefits, whether it's based on abuse, cruelty, or terrorism. You don't have to be married to the person for you to qualify for something. Humanitarian parole, or humanitarian deferred action, or crime victim visa, crime victim visa, or T, crime human trafficking visa, or VERA, green card, based on being married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, lawful permanent resident. So I'm here in Irvington doing a live because I think a lot of immigrants are over here. So I think this is the best setting for me to do my walk live about this topic. Um, and I actually really need people to to ask questions so I can answer. Basically, taking a walk, ask questions. No questions at this time. Okay. So, any other question? Excuse me. You're very beautiful. You should call me. Yeah. So, any questions? Anybody else? Since Miss Henry said no questions, I'll ask for anybody else to see if they have any questions to ask pertaining to this topic. Again, U.S. green card based on abuse, U.S. green card based on being a victim of qualifying crimes. If you're married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder, or if you are even if you're not married. Oh, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, even if you're not married to the person, you may qualify for U or T visa. A lot of people think, and a lot of people have came to me and asked, hey, I'm not married to the person, but the person is abusing me. Can I get a green card? You could, yes, you could possibly get a green card through using the U visa and the T visa method. The U visa and the T visa method. You could possibly get a U.S. green card using the U visa and the T visa method. It's a little longer because there's numerous steps, but you can be protected as soon as possible using that method. Basically, the T visa method or the U visa method, you can apply, and when you apply, you could possibly get something right away called BFD. It's called bona fide determination. Bona fide determination is if they see, based on the surface of the case, it's called a prima facie determination, meaning on its face it seems to be credible, and you have meet all the requirements on its face without any investigation yet. If they determine that, they could give you something called BFD, bona fide determination, which allows you to work, allows you to travel while your case is pending. So even though they have not decided on your case, they basically can give you all these benefits for you to enjoy until they get to your case, because the wait time is crazy right now. The wait time for a U and a T visa is around 10 years is the wait time. So Biden, through executive order is not a statute. It is a law, but it's not a statute. And it's not a statute in terms of it requires the government, the Congress, to repeal it. It's a statute, which means when a new president wants to, at any time, they can change that executive order, basically. So, but it still has power. It still act like a law, an executive order. So the executive order came from Biden pertaining to BFD, bona fide determination, which allows you to work, allows you to travel while your case is pending in the United States of America. So that would allow you to work and travel while your immigration case is pending. BFD for a crime victim visa, a U visa, a T visa, because the wait time is crazy, horrible crazy. U visa wait time, 10 years. 10 years, basically, and that's the estimate they have on the website. 10 years, you know? Hey Roger, thanks for joining me. Have your friends and family join. There's more information pertaining to get U.S. immigration benefits based on being abused, based on cruelty, based on qualifying criminal acts being committed against you. I possibly could help you get a U.S. immigration benefits, a U visa, a T visa, or green card based on being a victim to qualifying criminal acts or abuse. It doesn't have to be a criminal act. It could be based on abuse, domestic abuse, basically. So please let me know. I could possibly be of help to you guys, you know. So I'm waiting for questions. Ask questions. 10 years, long time for waiting. It is a long time. And that's why they came up with the BFD, Roger. The BFD, called a bona fide determination, they'll grant you work authorization and travel document in the meantime while you wait the 10 years for the approval or not the approval. So whether your case is going to be approved or not, as long as it was basically applied in good faith, you have met the requirements on its face, meaning you submitted some evidence for each of the elements that are required for an approval. They would then give you BFD, especially if you have an exigent circumstance or irreparable harm you could suffer if it's not approved. So they give you BFD for the U visa, the T visa, bona fide determination. They start doing so for the U visa. Remember, after getting your U visa, after the 10 years of wait, you then wait for another 4 years because you get it after the 10 years if you're approved. And then from there, when you have the U visa for 4 years, after that, you can then apply for a green card from the U.S., a U.S. green card. After having the U.S. green card, you could then possibly get the U.S. citizenship, basically. How you doing? Yeah, you look familiar. From the restaurant? No. Okay. Yeah, so those are some of the benefits. And you can also have other benefits like the humanitarian deferred action. Humanitarian deferred action is basically just telling you that we are not prioritizing deporting you. You're deportable or could be deportable, but we're not going to put you at the top of the list to deport you here from the U.S. And so because of that, then the government will give you a work authorization so you can work because you're no longer a priority at all. And then the EB2 for student, yes, the EB2 for student, I'm happy you said that. The EB2 is not a crime victim visa. And I'm very familiar with the EB2. I'm very familiar with the EB2 NIW. I actually think the EB2 NIW National Interest Waiver is the best out of all of them because the EB2 NIW, you are filing based on for yourself. You don't need an employer to apply for you to get your green card. You are getting your green card based on yourself getting a green card. Basically, the EB2 NIW, you're getting it based on exceptional ability or you're getting it based on advanced degree. So you can get it because you have a bachelor's degree and 5 years of work, of advanced progress work in the same field that you have your bachelor's degree. Or you can get it based on an advanced degree. Advanced degree is a master's degree and up. So if you have a master's degree, you can get your green card based on that, based on those facts. But there's other elements that you need to prove. You have to prove that you're going to use your advanced degree or your exceptional ability for the benefit of the U.S. It must have national importance. It must also have substantial merit. And the fact that you're asking for them to waive the job offer application, you must be beneficial to the U.S. He said, I go married one American woman. Francis, you can help. Well, if you find somebody for love, because I can only help you if you're marrying them for love. If you're marrying them just for a green card, I can't help you because then it would be a crime. It would be immigration fraud. And that is punishable up to 10 years and or a fine of $250,000 in fine. If you're marrying somebody only for immigration benefits, you're committing a fraud, punishable by up to 10 years in jail or a fine of $250,000. So I only take cases where it's legitimate marriage. It must be a legitimate marriage, or I can't participate in that. If I participate without knowing, that's a different thing. If I participate and know that it is based on fraud, I'm an accessory. I'm an accomplice. So I only take cases where the marriage is a legitimate marriage based on love. So Roger, yeah, that's what that is about. Roger, must be based on love. Any more question? Ask me some more question. Roger. Yes, Roger.
Yes.
You could ask me, hi ma'am, you can ask me one question for free about immigration law. Ask me a question, come up with something, ask me right now, I'll answer it for you. Go ahead. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Ask me, come on. I hear the Jamaican accent, most of my clients are Jamaican. I'm giving you free consultation right now, on the spot. Ask me a question, come on.
Are you immigration?
Yes, go ahead, immigration law.
Okay. Adult child can their mom file for them while they're still in the state?
Yeah, the adult mom or child?
Daughter. I'm the
Daughter.
child, yeah.
Okay.
She's a mom.
So what year did she come up here? The mother come up here.
So she's citizen.
She came up in 2000? So if the child is over the age of 21, she can file for her parent, for her mother or father. But the other thing too, if the mother came after 2000, or if I remember the exact rule, she may not be able to adjust status if she came after. If she came before 2000, she can be grandfathered in and get the adjustment of status here. But the exact date in 2000, I don't remember, I think it's June 7th, 2000. If you came after that, no adjustment of status if you're getting it through a daughter or son. Brother or sister. But if the person came before that law, then it doesn't matter who is filing for you. You can adjust status and stay here, but not after. But
If they came 2000, they can.
If they came a particular month, I don't have it memorized in my head. Yeah, so it's May 2000. You know it. May 2000. That person may be able to adjust status, but I think, don't take my word for it based on the date, I think it starts from the cutoff is June 2000, that mother can adjust status in the US. It has to be before the law. All people who came after the law can adjust if they're being petitioned from a mother, a father, brother, sister. But if it's a marriage, no, that doesn't apply to a marriage. If you're the father can file for the adult child. Okay, and what year the child came? The adult child came.
2007.
7 or 17? 07. I would have to look it up, but I know the rule applies too. If they came from the 2000 rule that I just mentioned, may not be able to apply. Yes, I do. So this is my business card.
Where's your office?
That would be in Florham Park in Morris County. You ever heard of Morris County? And you can call me and we can set something up. What else? People can get their green card through if those persons have let's say exceptional ability. They're a hairstylist, they're really well-known hairstylists, or they have the business established. They may be able to apply based on that situation. They're professional hair stylists, makeup artists, sports, something like Usain Bolt or something like that. That's a runner. He can get his green card that way. Rihanna can get her green card that way because she has exceptional ability in singing, in the arts, in the sciences, and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't know. So I want to give you information that there's other options to green card and not just through family petitioning. You can petition for yourself. You have an advanced degree. You can get your green card that way too. If you have a bachelor's degree with 5 years of experience, a master's degree, a doctorate degree, you can get your green card that way also.
So what if you have kids here and the kids is sick?
The kid is
Have
a serious sickness. That's a very good question. I like that. I was just talking about that. So if you have a child the child is here, is the child a U.S. citizen or green card holder? That helps you to get something called a humanitarian deferred action. So humanitarian deferred action is your representative is going to write a letter. And usually that letter has to be accompanied with an I-765, a work authorization, and a travel document. With those documents, you're going to submit it to your jurisdiction, which is going to be Newark if you live over here. And then they're going to say, based on this extreme humanitarian reason, we're going to give you humanitarian deferred action, meaning you're not prioritized for to be deported, and we're going to give you work authorization so you can work and make sure your child who is sick is well taken care of and can go to the American doctor, because that type of service may not be available in countries like Caribbean islands, in Jamaica, in Antigua, in Africa, or usually around the world. And even if that service is available in your country, it may not be in the best interest of the child, because this doctor is already accustomed to servicing that particular child and know what to do. So to take the child up from here to take to another country is going to be too outrageous, too severe, too unconscionable for the child. So you may be able to get that benefit. It's not a green card, it's not a visa, but it allows you to work here and live comfortably. And you have to renew it now. The renewal is about every 2 years that you'll have to renew it. Maybe every 5 years. I don't know, because they changed some of the rules recently. Yeah.
So they can't get the green card under the child who born here. There's a child.
Yeah, if the child is 21, they can get a green card from the child, but they may be able to get it here, adjust here, or they may have to go back to their home country based on the time the person came who's getting the adjustment or the green card, basically. Yeah. Any other questions you need, just keep asking. I'm doing a live. It's more information for my clients, basically when you ask questions. That's it. All right. Anytime. Take care. So these are the nice two people who just asked some questions. I'm going to see if anybody else want to ask any question. How you doing, man? Yeah. Anybody else who want to ask questions? You want to ask any questions pertaining to immigration? No questions? Yeah. How you doing, ma'am? You want to ask any questions pertaining to immigration to me? No? So now back to my my subscribers and viewers. What questions do you guys have? But I'm work with math. Well, you would be, if you have exceptional ability or advanced degree in math, you're one of the most important person that would get the green card easier, because you're in the category of STEM. STEM is a rule here for immigration that if you're within science, technology, engineering, and math is literally listed in the regulatory criteria. So if you meet one of those categories, you are actually easier. You will get your green card easier than other people in other exceptional ability or other advanced degree, because you are specifically listed in the regulation, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. So Roger, you are there. Can I validate my college diploma there? Yes, you can. You can submit it to different evaluation, credential evaluators. Like, I know one of them because I've used that before. It's called Education Credential Evaluators, ECE. Education Credential Evaluators, called ECE. I've used them before and get their evaluation of a overseas diploma, and the overseas diploma was equivalent to an American associate's in applied science degree. So yes, you can get that. And again, it can just be a certificate. It can be a diploma. It doesn't have to, you don't have to have a degree to qualify based on exceptional ability. Because exceptional ability is that you can be an artist, or you can be a really well-known singer. Singers doesn't need a certificate to be a great singer. A soccer player doesn't need a certificate to be a great soccer player. So it is, exceptional ability can be proven in many ways, many ways that you can prove such a thing, basically. So I'm here. You can ask me any questions. I know today I was doing the live based on U.S. immigration benefits, based on being a victim of qualifying crimes, being a victim of cruelty or abuse, and so forth. But I'm doing it now, based on any immigration questions that you have, any one of them. My diploma not valid in the U.S. That's not how it goes. Your diploma typically will be valued as long as it can be evaluated and determined and equivalent is determined here. So there's no general rule that it's not valid just because you got it from another country. There's no such general rule. The circumstances have to justify that, basically. So you can't just say because you didn't get the diploma in the U.S. that is not valid, and so forth. So again, if you're within that field, I'm telling you to try and not just right off the bat, not try. Yeah. Next question. Any more question? I have 5 people listening, so I'm here waiting for your question. The EB2 NIW. You can get your green card without an employer filing for you. Green card without depending on somebody who can abuse you, who can treat you wrong, just like the green card. The green card based on having a husband or a wife who is a U.S. citizen or green card holder who may end up abusing you because they know you're in need of of your green card. Same thing with a EB2, a regular EB2. You have to have an employer, a person with a business who is filing for you, and that's more difficult because that person also have to do extra paperwork with the Department of Labor, stating that they can't find any person in the U.S. who is capable of performing that job. That is so difficult. That to me is so difficult and expensive. So it's better for you to apply for your green card. It's better for you to apply for your green card based on NEB2 NIW, National Interest Waiver. EB2 National Interest Waiver. There's another one. Correct. My son uses OECS to validate his college diploma in the U.S. So there's other organizations available that you can use to validate your credential, your education credentials from other country. You can do that, basically. Yeah, the same apply to all states. All the states in the U.S. are one country. They make up one country. They make up the America. So whatever the rule is, this rule is a federal government rule. So it applies to all the country. All the entire country. It applies to it. It doesn't just apply to the states or an individual state. It applies to the entire country. So any immigration matter is the entire country. That's the federal government that deals with the immigration matter, not the state. The state doesn't have jurisdiction for immigration laws. Only the entire country, which is called the federal government, has jurisdiction for immigration laws. It's not necessary to look for another country or another college to take the courses. If you want to go to another college in the U.S., you can have your transcripts sent to that school, and that school will determine what credit they're going to take from your studying from abroad, or they may ask you to do it over. They may say, no, you don't need to do it over. They're going to accept these credits, basically. But that's different. They may choose to accept it or reject it, but that doesn't change the fact that you can have benefits from that from that course already. You're very pretty. So you can already have courses already on, pertaining to what that education that you got overseas is. So if you have that education, it's still valid. You can still get it translated to the U.S. or evaluated to the U.S., but the school can choose to accept it or not accept it, even though it's valid. So it's not going to take away that you have a diploma or not have a diploma. So you'll have a diploma, but the school may say you have it, but we want you to do ours. And you still have it, but we just want you to do ours. So that's the difference in that. They want you to do, a lot of schools want you to do theirs, basically. Yeah. Do theirs. So even though it's valid, even though it's recognized by the U.S., recognized by U.S. government, some schools, which because they're private, they're their own entity, may say, yes, it's valid, yes, it's cool, yes, the country accepts it, yes, you can get a job with it, but we don't care. We want your money, and that means we want you to take ours. It's going to be the same classes, the same courses, the same things you're learning, but we want you to take ours. Because obviously it's about money. They want you to pay for those extra classes so they can bring in more money. That's how I look at it. Basically, in some situation, I do think that they have a good legitimate reason to say, hey, we don't trust somebody else's education, so we're going to want you to do ours, even though you show us proof that you have done it before. Does apply? It is not it necessary to look for another college to take courses. It depends on your situation. I studied math at the best college in the country, Brazil. So that would be amazing. If you are actually studying math, or you studied math in one of the best schools in Brazil, I'm pretty sure American education evaluation system will recognize that and evaluate it really well. I'm pretty sure a lot of the universities here would recognize that and give you the appropriate credit for it, because it's one of the best. The issue now is, what would you do with it? What can you do with it, with the math, the particular math? Because there's so many branches and different section of math. I don't know what section of math that you're doing. So depending on what section of math you're doing, you may be in an extremely high demand in the US. They may be dying for you right now, for somebody like you in that branch, in that area. And I know this because I've just done research on education in the US, and there is a national crisis from the US Department of Justice about there is a substantial drop in people in the sciences, people in technology, people in in engineering, and people in math. There is a significant drop in those types of people. So you would be in a very high demand. I read that a couple of weeks ago, and they're now hatching up plans to try to attract more students from overseas to come here, because typically it's overseas students who actually likes to do this type of area of schooling, of education, the science, technology, engineering, and math. Overseas students like to do that, so they're trying to attract more people within that field of study from overseas to come to the U.S. So there was an executive order by Biden, which is a good idea to try to encourage and attract those types of studies or students to the U.S. Yeah, a friend needed to take the courses in the U.S. It depends on the school. The school may want you to do it over, so that's what the situation is. It's subjective, but it doesn't diminish the fact that you could possibly use that. Excuse me. Did your mom was a parking meter lady? No, sorry. You look familiar. Yeah. So. So it depends on the situation with the school, but that's a different topic. Those are two different topics. Whether the school wants you to take it over to take theirs, whether because they don't feel confident in where you got your education from, or maybe because they just have that policy and that policy was made because they want to make more money. If they want to make more money, they will let you do it over, even though that's the only reason they want you to do it over. Yeah. Today she works at a school in Boston. Okay, so that's amazing. That's good. That would be helpful for her to get a green card because she's working in the U.S. She's developing that experience. Because like I said, if you have a bachelor's degree, you need a bachelor's degree plus 5 years of experience. Or if you have no degree at all, you need 10 years of experience. So that would let you know, that would be beneficial to her because she is already working, and hopefully she's working in her field of exceptional ability, in her field of education. So that would be beneficial for her to apply under the EB2 NIW green card option. She works teaching history. That can be done too, because that could be under the arts and under culture, and so forth. So no degree excludes you. You can't say, oh, I have a bachelor's or a master's degree in this, so I don't qualify. Any degree, any bachelor's degree and 5 years of experience, or any master's degree or doctorate degree, you may qualify. So it doesn't matter that it's history. That can be critical here too. You could actually apply and get approval based on having a degree in history. So that's not an exception. You need the green card for work education. If you work in education, you could qualify too, which is providing methods and manners to better help teachers teach. That's one of the things I read this week on the new up-to-date guidance on exceptional ability NIW EB2 green card. So yes, as a teacher, you can actually get your green card that way too. As a teacher with exceptional ability, or as a teacher with a green card, you can actually a teacher with a bachelor's degree and higher, or a bachelor's degree with 5 years of experience, or basically a master's degree, you can actually qualify. But some of the best, I wouldn't say the best, but the ones that are easier to prove are the ones that are in the regulation criteria. So the easier to prove would be basically science, technology, engineering, and math. It's practically very easy to prove because it's within the regulatory criteria, but it's not just limited to them. It can go further than there. Basically, it's further than it's in other subjects. Like even the law says art. So the law for EB2 NIW says art, talks about culture and so forth. So it doesn't it's not limited to just STEM education. It's not limited at all to STEM education. There's other education that will allow you to get other degrees, other accomplishment, other exceptional ability that will allow you to get your green card and using the exceptional ability option or the advanced degree option, but there's some that are highly favored, which is the STEM. Like I said, the STEM is highly favored. Now, there's one that is not mentioned that is now tremendously highly favored that I didn't mention. I forgot to tell you this. Business. A degree in business is now highly favored because the new executive order that Biden wrote, and the Secretary of Homeland Security, who's in charge of USCIS immigration, they actually have a memorandum or guideline that says that people within business should also be highly considered and approved. So let's say you're a business person. Maybe you don't even have a degree, but you have numerous successful businesses. You've been into numerous businesses and you turn them successful. You can actually get your green card based on EB2 NIW, based on the fact that you have exceptional ability in the business. You worked in business for more than 10 years or more, and you have successful businesses, or you made businesses succeed. You would qualify too, even though you're not a STEM per se. You're not a science, technology, engineer, and math, basically. But knowing me, I would argue that you are in a math business is mathematical. So I'm going to argue that. I'm going to argue that on the petition, on the argument, on the legal brief that you submit with your application. I'm going to argue that business is a math subject, like I've done. Just like I've argued that law and behavior and society, it's a science, basically. And I provided evidence that it's a science, basically. So a lot of subjects, a lot of areas can be fit into the STEM field, basically, even though it may not be prima facie that way. You can argue that it is that way. Now, to be a math professor in the U.S. is possible. Yes, it's possible to be a math professor in the U.S. if you have the background, if you meet the requirement. You can be a math teacher, you could be a math professor. If you meet the category, the criteria for the institution, of course you can be it. And the school can actually apply for you, that way. Or you can apply for yourself because you have exceptional ability in math or advanced degree in math. And what you're doing with math is of national importance and substantial merit. Also, you're well positioned to advance whatever proposed idea that you have pertaining to math, and that it is beneficial, highly beneficial for the U.S. To grant you or to waive any job offer requirement that is typically required. Yeah. Do I like math? I used to be madly in love with math until I was in a class with a particular teacher who was horrible. But math was one of my favorite, if not the favorite subject of mine, back then. Basically, math was the subject of mine. I love mathematics, and I love science. I love social science. I love behavior. I love society. Those are the area that I genuinely, sincerely love, basically. Yeah. Any more questions? Any more questions? Ask me what questions you need. You always the first student in the class. Complete that sentence. I'm always the first student in the class to do what? If, in a lot of in a lot of classes, yes, I would say in a lot of classes, I must say that there was other really good students out there, but I start to realize that education is so important. I would say I realized this when I was in grade two. When I was in like grade two is when I realized like how important education is. Yeah, and I also realized it was so important when I was going to church. When I was going to church and all these people, with their nice things, nice cars, and we're walking. I was like, man, I need to get an education. I need to aim high, so I can achieve, an education, so I can, get to a certain level and achieve certain things. So education was practically very important to me. Like I took exams very seriously. Like I would study and memorize everything, the entire book. Actually, one thing that I'm most proud of is I had a literature exam and I memorized 3 books and a poem in one day. I read the entire books, 3 books in one day. Oliver Twist. I read Oliver Twist, The Count of Monte Cristo, a book I think called Backfire, and a poem that I had to memorize because they're going to ask you to write the poem down in the exam. So I did that, no exaggeration, in 12 hours? Because I came home from the previous exam at about 12. After the exam at 12 that day, midday. Then I had this exam to do the next day. So what you call it, the next day at 8 in the morning. I read 3 books, no exaggeration. And that was the proudest moment I had in my life. 3 books. In fact, that year, I was placed second in class. I got second position in the entire class of about 40 students. Second place, basically. So yes, education was always important to me. And I realized it pretty early, which was a very good thing. A very, very good thing, which is why I'm so happy here too. In the US, instead of having to marry somebody to get a green card, you use what? You use your education and get your green card based on EB2 NIW, National Interest Waiver. So education is always important to me. Congratulations, thank you. Any other questions you have? And where's your family, Roger? They need to subscribe to my channel and and ask questions too. You should have more people, a lot more people. Yeah. Oh. Oh no, I don't know what it is. Integral differential calculus? No, Calculus? Nope. I don't know that one. I don't know the calculus. Whoa. Calculus. No calculus. I did like algebra, up to algebra in college, and that was like it. But the what I argued to, I did criminal justice Statistics. Yeah, I did criminal justice statistics, so I argued that was like a math within the math and within science. So I do statistic in criminal justice and formulas and crime prediction, stuff like that. Formulas to detect or predict where crime is going to occur, by who, and stuff like that. So that's kind of like, mathematical. And that was my argument. Yeah. Derivations. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know that one. Statistics. Statistics. She looked like a lady from Antigua. Oh. Any other questions? Statistics show everything except the essentials. Yeah, statistics and prediction. That's really what it is. Excuse me. How are you doing? Just wanted to give you my business card. I thought you were very pretty. I'm actually live on my channel right now, but I kind of wanted to share that with you. You're very, very gorgeous. And your daughter is so cute too. Yeah.
My goddaughter.
Really? You guys do look similar.
Thank you.
Yeah. Aw. All right. So you can call me and let me know. You can look me up. That's my information there.
Okay.
No questions.
All right now.
So you did, Miss Henry said that she did statistic last semester. That's a hard course to me because I don't like it. Be honest with you, I didn't like it either. Statistics, I didn't like it. It was mandatory. It was a lab. So we had to go in a lab and do all this formula, and it also incorporates computer. So we had to manipulate software and put in data and then use the software and data to make certain types of conclusion and so forth. So I would honestly say I'm not a big fan of statistics either, but it was mandatory and I passed basically. Yeah, and now I'm more of I call myself like more of a qualitative person. I like words. I like studying society and behavior. Quantitative, no. Quantitative might be Roger, who like math and number. So I'm more qualitative. Give me some words. Let me do a brief. Let me do some research. Let me analyze information and data, qualitative data, and I will be able to come up with a more than likely a most accurate prediction, basically. So that's the type of work that I like, more qualitative and work, and that's why it helps me in law, basically. That's why when I get cases, I'm winning those cases because I like that. So when people come to me and they don't even have the evidence, as long as they talk to me, I'm going to determine whether they're most likely telling the truth or not. I can tell, if they're credible. Some people can't. I can. Yeah. I mean, the real math and calculus statistic is just the esoteric part of math. Okay. So Math is just math. And I was really in love with math until that I met that teacher, man. I was so in love with mathematics. She ruined that for me. How you doing? I'm doing a live on my channel, and I'm giving everybody one free question. You can ask me any question pertaining to immigration law, and I'll answer it for my viewers, my subscribers. Yeah, immigration law. Any question on immigration law, you can ask, and I'll answer.
All right. If I ask stupid question on immigration law, you will answer.
It can be stupid.
All right, immigration law. I'm looking for a man that has 10 inches dick. Is this?
Oh my goodness. I don't. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what?
Do you got any man that got 20 inches dick? I don't care if it's online.
Oh my gosh.
I think you better go to somebody else. I think you better go down the line.
Yeah. I might have to. Huh? Okay, all right, okay. I understand. I respect not everybody want that. But is there any questions that you want to ask me? You're not going to be on there pertaining to immigration? Anybody have any immigration questions you want to ask? I'll answer for free consultation today. Yes, no? No? Anybody have any immigration questions you want to ask for free today? No? That's a no? All right, thank you for responding. Your final chance before I go. Any immigration question before I go? Huh?
Why your picture they go to my ass? People they look at my ass from there.
Is there? Yeah, anything pertaining to immigration, yes. Yeah, I'm giving out like business cards too, but today the topic was going into certain areas that have high immigrant rates and see if anybody want to ask questions pertaining to that topic. Immigration benefits. You can get immigration benefits. Your mom.
Get on out of here. We don't got no questions.
Okay, no questions.
Got no questions.
So remember, the law office you go to, you're gonna have to pay $250, $500 for a consultation, and I'm offering it for free today. I'm a lawyer. Yeah, so you can ask me questions. Yes.
You put your business card.
She has one, but I will give you. Yeah. You might, take a picture so I can give her a picture because everybody's gonna want the other side. Yeah. Immigration law. If you have any questions pertaining to immigration, you can ask me because I'm on live. I'm not gonna put the camera on you if you don't want it in there, but you can ask me the question, and I can answer so they can hear and you can hear. Yeah. You're not really interested.
I don't have no questions.
Francis asks how much it costs, the Nike Air costs. Okay. Yeah.
We thank you for your service.
And anytime, I'm trying. Yeah.
Only question, why is it taking long for someone to have their own green card?
It depends on what process are they getting it on. Because for every process have a different wait time. If you're getting it based on abuse, it's good. The Vera is 37 months wait time right now. But the good thing is, if you're getting it on based on Vera, they're going to give you a work authorization and a travel document within about 9 months, and you have that for 5 years until they make a decision on the case. So Vera wait time, which is being serviced by Vermont Service Center, the wait time is 37 months as of this morning when I check for my client's case. Yeah. Any other?
Yes, I went to the paper.
It's over 3 years now.
Over 3 years, that's normal. Anything fall from 2019, 2020 during the pandemic, you're going to be waiting ridiculous amount of time. So I would say you're going to get a decision if your case is properly proven by about the end of this year to next month. Because they also said they decreased the backlog by 10 million application 1 month ago. And that's the first time in 10 years the backlog has been decreased. So your wait time is going to be maybe until, I would bet more like next year. Yeah. Any more? Okay. And you already have a work authorization and travel document? Okay. And did you get the 5-year work authorization?
No, they only give me 2 years.
2 years? Oh, so you applied when they were given 2 years, but now they're given 5 years.
No one said that. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's true.
yes, it's true. It started in January. It's 5 years now.
Oh, it's 2 years. They gave me now.
Yeah, 2 years.
So
Yeah,
if I go to the
yeah. When you renew that, then you get the 5 years. Yeah. All right. Thank you for asking the question. Take care. That's it. Take care. Good seeing you. So you can, let me see, what were you asking? All right, according to the store you bought it from price range, the Nike Air Cross Trainer 3. Oh, I don't know the shoe prices. I don't know shoes. I just went in there to show you inside, but I'm not sure what prices are. But it's Nike, so you're probably looking at $250, $350 for some kind of shoes. Around that price will be it. Yeah. Yeah. Roger. Roger. How are you doing? You guys don't want to ask any question pertaining to immigration? It's for free. It's free. Answer. You're not going to be on camera. Any question you want to ask pertaining to immigration, you can ask me, and I'll just put it. Oh, okay. I don't understand, Roger. How are you doing? Excuse me, officers, a question. I have a channel, and I'm giving... Oh, she's beautiful. Wow, but yeah, I'm doing a live on my channel, and I'm giving people free answers to questions pertaining to immigration law. So if you have any questions pertaining to immigration law, I'd like you to ask me, and I'll answer basically. So some officers now, 2 officers, have the option of asking me any immigration questions. Oh, okay, all right, thank you. Wow. You have any questions you want to ask me pertaining to immigration law? You don't have to be on there, just ask the question and they can hear.
I can't think of a question right now. I'm trying to think of something.
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
Nothing yet. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for participating.
Could I watch it?
I have a channel if you want to subscribe to my channel. F. It's YouTube, sorry. Yes. FRAN. Francis. CIS. Francis Credit. Repair.
Oh, okay.
That one.
Wait, I'm not going to subscribe. Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
No, that's you have to click on it first, and then you'll see
Okay, yeah, I
the
wanna
channel.
see.
So it's
But
it's kind of
it's credit
unorthodox.
repair. How you talking about immigration?
It's that's what it's supposed to be about mainly, but then the topic came up where if let's say a debt collector come after you in a particular way, an abusive manner, and you're here as an international student, you actually can get a crime victim visa or U visa based on the conduct, let's say
all of this is
threatening.
yours?
So all of that is mine. Different things. I made it interesting. Cars, houses, communities, and some about beautiful ladies too. But I do it that way so that people can be interested in watching this. Yeah, you can check it and see if you like it. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't.
Thank you.
Yes, anytime. You don't help me. But Francis helped me. Francis at Colin helped me. You don't help me. Who is defund the police, Francis, friend? Roger, you were funny. There's a third person with us, but I don't know. That person is not asking anything, but that person is there. That person can ask question. Ask a question, person. It's available for you to ask. You're very pretty. Yeah, you can ask a question. Ask whatever question you want. Third person. Hi, third person. You're there. Ask the question. I'm doing this. I'm going to be known as the guy who walks around and give out the information pertaining to immigration. I'm going to build myself this way. I'm going to get clients this way. I'm going to make a difference this way. Hello, ladies. I wonder if you guys want to ask me any questions pertaining to immigration. I'll answer it for free. Free consultation. Ask one question before you go. One question. Huh? That's not immigration. That's millions of dollars. Come on, people. Questions calling in Brazil. Oh, it's been an hour and 23 minutes. That's good. That's good that I'm spending this amount of time. I really want to do this. I'm at 3. Who's the third person? I know it's Roger, and I know Miss Henry. Who else? Who else is there? The third person. Hello, ma'am. Is there any questions you want to ask me pertaining to immigration law? You can ask me, and I'll answer for free. Yeah. Where you guys from? England, Haiti? Yeah.
She's an Asian. Yeah.
Haitian, and you are
No, Jamaican.
Jamaican. Hey, Jamaican.
Yeah.
Guess
No,
where?
Jamaican.
Guess where I'm from?
You are Jamaican?
Antigua. Came up here for college.
Antigua, Bermuda?
Yeah, Antigua, Barbuda, and Barbuda. Came up here for college, and now I'm a lawyer here, so I'm now here going around trying new techniques to get clients by having people ask me questions pertaining to immigration, and then I'll answer for you, free consultation. Basically, actually, they just gave me a ticket, and I'm taking the ticket, and I'm basically going to pay it. So it doesn't, it doesn't matter, because this is so important that I'll take a ticket for it. Basically, they gave me a ticket on my yeah, I'm on live on my channel. and she cute. I love her. And so you have to now you're there. You have to ask a question. Nobody will see, but you can ask now. We can have this conversation about immigration.
We don't have the immigration problem.
But no, you don't have to have it. You can just be inquisitive. You can just want to know about the topic.
I don't want to know about immigration. They want to know how to make some money in America.
Well, that's
That is my.
that's a
right
good.
now.
It's. I mean, that's a good topic too. I have that topic. I do that financial information, but today is about immigration. Maybe tomorrow, I will do that tomorrow or this afternoon. Yeah. Nothing.
Somebody now say too smart upon the life. So. Baby, that's the one the too smart probably you, but not me. Oh, go on now, full of birds. Maybe go on home to them parents. Whatever
Not.
they will be.
Yeah, I don't even have a woman, but he has one. I mean, yeah. What about her? What's going on with her?
She don't live here.
I live here.
No, she don't live here.
No, I can let her live here.
Oh, no, sir. I don't want her here. People go back home.
Take a picture of my business card.
Get a picture.
Take a picture of my business card. You didn't bring your phone?
Young and in love.
How old are you? You're 20. 20? Wow. You probably make a good wife. And you can cook too, right? You can cook Jamaican food?
No.
She can't cook?
She can't cook.
Oh my goodness. What? No way.
She can't.
No way.
I'm gonna this thing that she can't cook, she can't even boil water.
What? Wow. Well, I'll send her to cooking school then. Yeah. 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 As soon as she's ready, I'm ready.
What will you want your man?
She've never?
Never.
That's good. That is good.
No, she ain't.
That is good.
I'm not sending my daughter.
That is good. To be a good, decent person, that's difficult over here to find. A good quality person. Yeah. But take my inquiry very seriously. Okay?
Alright.
I might be going to Jamaica soon. I have a case. She's stuck in Jamaica, so when I win her green card, I'm gonna fly down there personally and take it down there to her. What part of Jamaica are you in? What part of Jamaica? St. Thomas. I think she's in Kingston. All right, take care, ladies. I can't even see the screen anymore because the battery's about to die. I can't see anything anymore. I just know you guys are there. It's not clear, so I can't see clearly. The battery is about to die. I'm gonna walk back to the car, and I guess it's gonna go back really good because the battery it would be on charge. You're so pretty. Welcome. Yeah. So Roger is rich. How are we doing? Huh? Oh, that's why, because I'm here dying for batteries and I'm wasting batteries. I can't even see because the battery's about to die. Okay, I can't see. You watch YouTube? Because I was going to give you my channel to subscribe to. Not really? All right, thank you. Okay, my flashlight is on, but it's not allowing me to take it off. So I don't know. Maybe when I get to the car, it'll be different. So let's walk up to the car, walk up to the vehicle, and see You guys are still there, right? Yeah. I'm walking up to the car. You know, Roger is gonna say that he probably likes this car. I'm walking up. They gave me a ticket. Why? I'm a good person. I shouldn't get tickets. Look, they gave me a ticket. Oh! Okay, let's plug this in real fast. Let me see if I can save it from dying. But why is the flashlight on? It's just, I don't know what's going on. Oh, the flashlight is on and it's not coming off, so. Oh. Okay, so let's do it like this. Let's do it like that. So I get to drive and charge. Anytime, Roger. Yeah, I got a traffic ticket. No, a parking ticket. Not traffic, a parking. Well, it's a lot of money you're spending, Roger. I definitely need I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. Didn't eat all day. I've just been working on this project to get it where I need it to be. In terms of clients, I'm using all kind of strategies, all kind of different things. And I also love just helping people. So I'm using all the strategies that's available to me to attract people to the channel and to help people. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna head in to get some food because I'm hungry. I'm pretty hungry. Or maybe I'll go to a different, but then I'm at 3%, so I can't really even leave the car because I'm at 3%, so I can't leave the car or else the battery will die. Man, I'm hungry. Oh. Hungry. hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Man, I was talking like crazy. Roger, my battery's about to die. We'll meet up again on the live soon. And thanks, man. Thank you. So I'm not. See ya. Oh, there's somebody just came on, a second person. You have to watch this video because now we're about to close the second person. Oh, yeah, bye.